This is Adam Martin with your Western District Fishing Report. Lake levels at Kentucky and Barkley Lakes have been stabilizing, although the current has remained very high, which has kept most anglers off of the water. If you value some quiet alone time, then you might like to know that the crappie bite has improved slightly, and anglers are reporting some good catches of black crappie. Most anglers are fishing deep, using spider rigging techniques near the creek mouths, but a few anglers have had success casting small jigs in shallower water along the deeper points. Cover is king this time of year. Now, very few anglers have been bass fishing, but a few die-hard anglers have been having success on topwater, believe it or not. Watercolor remains good despite heavy current, so finesse techniques such as a drop shot or long pause jerkbaits might also be productive if you can locate fish with your graphs. The tailwater elevations remain very high, which has stymied the fishing opportunities in those areas. Hopefully, we will see some reduced flows before the start of the daytime snagging season at Kentucky Dam. If you decide to venture out on the water, please be mindful of the low water conditions and always wear your life jackets and kill switches. Good luck and good fishing.
This is Rob Rold in the Northwestern Fishery District with a fishing update for our area lakes. Nolin River Lake is now at winter pool and is stable, and anglers have been picking up a few crappie. In the upper part of the lake, around the Wax area and above, anglers are doing pretty good just walking the shoreline and fishing some of the shallow submerged brush piles. On the lower end of the lake, around the Briar Creek area near the dam, the lake's a little clear, fish seem to be holding a bit deeper, and in the lower end of the lake, anglers are picking up the crappie at about 8 to 10 feet deep, around in standing timber and submerged brush piles in that area. Recent rains a few days ago pushed Rough River Lake. It was just starting to get below summer pool and on its way to winter pool, and those rains caused the lake to come up, and it's now only a couple of feet below summer pool, and of course it's still got about another 20-something feet to go to reach winter pool. But the lake has been in such a state of flux, either going up or down, the last almost month or so, that activity's not been real great there. A few times that it did clear up just a little bit between rains, anglers were picking up a few crappie, but just not a lot happening at Rough River Lake yet. As soon as it does get down to winter pool and stabilizes, look for crappie to be along the shoreline, fairly shallow, in the upper end of the lake, and just like Nolin, the lower end is going to be a little bit clearer. Fish will be holding a little bit deeper. But when it stabilizes, the crappie fishing should pick up. The Ohio River, most of the system, the rain system that went through, went right up the watershed. The Ohio River is, I think the candling gauge was 30-something feet. It's several feet over normal and almost pushing flood stage in some locations. So Ohio River hasn't been very productive either. As soon as it does stabilize again, then start looking for sauger. Now's the time that sauger fishing starts to get good below the dams. But with turbulence of the river, just hasn't happened yet. Peabody Wildlife Management Area, the lakes were stocked with trout. That's Rob's Lake and Flycatcher Lake. Stocked with trout last week, and people have been catching several of them. In addition to the trout, also picking up a few crappie in some of the larger pits, especially those pits that are near rivers and tributaries that are periodically flooded. Finn's Lakes were stocked a couple of weeks ago with trout, and anglers doing well on them. So that's a good opportunity for a close trip if you live around one of the Finn's Lakes, which are Wayman Morris Park, Yellow Creek Park, and Panther Creek Park in Owensboro. Litchfield is Bevel Park, and Madisonville City Park in Madisonville. That is an update from the Northwestern Fishery District. Please remember, be safe, always wear your life jackets, especially when the water's cold and hypothermia sets in quickly this time of year.